Greetings, my Churaskians. We have a little treat for ya. For the Sega Genesis, it's Alisia Dragoon. This game was released in the early 90s and associated with Gainax. And it's a really cool game that didn't sell very well, but was critically lauded as a fantastic game. Behold, Alisia Dragoon. A little bit of story on the game. Uh, Save the world plot. Your dad was killed by a evil wizard or evil prince, and now you take the role of the titular Alisia Dragoon. They go in 1992, and you go to get revenge and save the world because this guy is bad news. Let's go to options first and check out the controls. We're going to leave it on normal because we are doing a little play review type of deal. Control type 1. So you jump with the C button. B is your thunder attack, and A is your monster select. Alisia is a summoner of sorts and has up to 4 different monsters at her disposal to come out and aid her in combat. Now, these monsters can level up independently from Alisia because I think there is a slight leveling system. And I've never gotten very far because it gets pretty hectic. It's kind of like a shoot 'em up, a side-scrolling shoot 'em up almost, but it's really neat. Let's check it out. Here we go. Once again, the silver star fell from the sky, unleashing evil and destruction for the second time. The one person who can save the world must seek out this object. I have a feeling that person is Alisia Dragoon. Pretty sure it is. Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, Streaker, stage 1. There's Alisia and her dragon. Alright, so presentation and graphics. I think for an early 90s game, this looks pretty darn good. I really like the scrolling in the backgrounds. The vibrant colors are also a nice touch. I mean, look at this, the lush green vegetation, evil fireflies or whatever these things are, her lightning attacks, her green dragon, really cool stuff. There's like a power-up attack. Now, the UI looks a little cluttered up there, but it's really not that hard to figure out. We have her lightning power bolt kind of increasing and decreasing the more she uses it. It's pretty neat stuff. I'm getting really beat up right now because I'm chatting so much. So let's just move along, shall we? Our dragon's taking a beating, so let's change. By pressing the A button, we bring up the select screen. Top right will show your selected spirit and its HP and what level they're at. Alisia's HP is on correspondingly on the left. Let's pick this falcon thing, or this harpy, whatever this is. Alright. Now these are items, and then we needed that to replenish our power and power up our lightning. The cool thing about lightning is while it shoots, you can kind of direct the direction it kind of shoots in. And you can almost use it like a Simon Belmont type whip. 8 direction type of scrolling, swiveling around type of deal. It's really neat. So you can see this action is going to get pretty hectic really fast. Oh my goodness. Sometimes the sprites kind of meld in with the background. You can't see them. As far as, yeah, the graphics are really nice. I like it. Do you guys like it? I dig it. Music and sound effects. I like that too. It's pretty impressive to say the least. I think it suits the fantasy vibe quite well. Alisia lets audible yelps out of pain as she gets beat up by all these mythical creatures and evil sorceresses. Your monster is animated very nicely. This Alisia sprite is done very well also, I think. The presentation does not skimp. Backgrounds are nice. Music is good. I mean, it's all subjective and all, but I personally think this is fantastic looking stuff. Now, as far as the controls are extremely responsive. I find no flaw. I wish that with all the hectic stuff going around, her sprite, Alisia's sprite, wasn't so big. And the fact that your monsters kind of also take a beating, their sprite, it's a big sprite too. I wish they were a little bit more hidden. But, oh well, what can you do? You know, this is a little bit of quality, the few quirks are not enough to detract from a fantastic game. That's what I think. But yeah, the controls are very responsive. Your jump is very nice. Alisia has a nice range to her jumping. She jumps quite well. And as far as her lightning skill, it comes out rather quick, and being able to control it is very nice. Changing monsters is very smooth. There are no complaints whatsoever in the control department. You have done well to come so far. So this Power Ranger looking guy, Rita Repulso looking guy, is gonna give us a little bit of exposition about the end of the world. Our leader has returned to us. This is some kind of giant egg monster. I don't really know what's going on here. Maybe you guys can fill me in a little bit. Seeing the power that we possess, do you dare to challenge us? Travel to our palace if you think you can survive the journey. I think we're going to take him up on that. So yeah, during these little scenes, it's kind of neat. If I try to give some input, you'll see on the lower right, it says demo, like saying, hey, stupid, you can't really do anything right now. So I think that's really cool. It's like a cinematics or cutscenes in the early 90s on these games. Now this stage is where things get really hairy. We'll move on to a different spirit. I wish our dragon had some health. Let's use our dragon. I really like him. I think he's pretty powerful. He's the most powerful, in my opinion. Yeah, these female wizards pop out of everywhere. I really also like the character design. You know, early on, and especially the Genesis and in the early 90s, barbarians were all the rage. His golden axe, things like that. But this kind of follows. Alisia Dragoon is your bikini, chainmail bikini clad sorceress chick. It's pretty cool. The monsters are neat. Besides the stupid fireflies, I think that's a little, kind of lame. But other than that, I really like the aesthetics. This is all around a Genesis classic, if I do say so myself. And it's a shame that it didn't get much love when it initially released, because I think this has been a must-have in the early years of the Sega Genesis. It was released afterwards on the Sega Genesis Mini, and I believe it's had releases on virtual consoles of some sort. But yeah, if you find Alisia Dragoon, don't hesitate to pick it up. I think it's not the most expensive card, but it's not exactly the cheapest either. See, we leveled up our dragon with a level up item. Pretty neat. Dragon is stronger now. But yeah, I think this is a fantastic game, and you would not regret picking this sucker up. Let's finish up the review by beating up this boss. They take quite the butt kicking. They are teleporting guys with little swords, kind of like little ninjas. Alisia Dragoonian ninjas. There's one. He's done for the count. Where's his friend? He's dead. Look at that. Anyways, guys, stage cleared. Go to next. Another kind of funny thing is, if you die early on in the game, which I probably will soon, you get a end screen type clearance of how accurate you were in your attacks, how many enemies you kind of beat up. Really neat, and you get rated. You get a title, and I did really, really terribly and got the title of Frogmaster, which I'm assuming isn't all that fantastic. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching my review on Alisia Dragoon, a classic, and I highly recommend it. It gets the Churrasquian Medal of Approval. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and tune in for the next Churrasco Voltor video.